friend Clyde again. This video is about shipping and receiving radio merchandise through the mail of your shippers. Many years ago, before there was UPS or FedEx or any of those big shipping companies, all we had was U.S. Postal Service. And most generally, when you sent a package to the mail and received one, it came, it came in good condition, no damage or nothing. Lately, that hasn't been true. I've had some bad experiences. I've heard some awful horror stories about some of these shippers. Okay. So what I did is I posted on QT.com a Swan 350A with a D104 microphone. And I got this radio free. So I really didn't feel I could have gotten money for it, but I just figured somebody else could use it besides me. So I advertised it to swap something of equal value, which I did. I swapped for a Viper key. So I took the radio and the microphone, and they packed it in bubble wrap at the shipping store. They put a big box around that, and then they packed some more bubble wrap inside. So then they put another box inside that, then sealed that all up. Then they put stretch wrap all around the outside of it. And it was really good and rugged. It was a good rugged box, a shipping container. We couldn't move it or nothing. It was right in there, good and solid. And I sent it the day I got to the shipping office. The guy took her right out. He picked her right up, put her right in his van. So it was next day shipping. So the guy got it the next day. He sent me an email and pictures of the container. The shipping container, it got virtually destroyed. Now, how the hell could it get destroyed going from here to Danvers, Mass? Now, come on. That's not a very long distance, That's almost an hour away. Probably 2 hours away, anyways. So I got damaged, and the radio got damaged. Pieces were all over the place. My God. The only thing that didn't get damaged was the microphone. So I put in a claim for damage. And it looked like somebody had run into it with something, a forklift or some damn thing. So it just got ripped right apart. So, and then I sold another piece of equipment, which was a Tar Heel antenna, and they're long and tall. I mean, this is probably a 1.5 foot tall unit. It's about that big around, the whole unit. It's probably about 1.5 foot tall. I included a magnetic base on the bottom of it. I made this sort of put on the top of the roof of my house here, because I got a metal roof. But I never got around to put it up, so I said, rather than let it sit around, I'll sell it and get some money for it and get something else, which I did. That came to the reception in one piece. Fine. No marks on the box whatsoever. And that thing was wickedly. Oh yeah. I mean, that looked like a monster coming out of that office. Now here's the other thing. The whip antenna that I bought for that, which is a 102-inch CB radio whip. And of course, they didn't use anything else. I mean, state police used to use them and all that kind of stuff for low band. And it came in, when I got it, it came in one of these PVC pipes with the end caps on it. Well, when I finally got it, one end cap was gone and it was loose inside. Well, so I took that whip antenna, I put it back in the shipping container because I still had it here in my office. And I put the end cap, glued the end cap on the end of it. The other end wasn't. It was secure. It wasn't glued on. And off it went to the post office. So the guy I sold it to, he gives me a call. Said, "Did you send that whip antenna?" And I said, "Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's inside that long PVC pipe." Well, it came with no antenna inside. I didn't know, maybe you forgot to put it inside. No, it was in there. Now, how the hell, if you're handling something like that between here and Toledo, Ohio, how the hell do you not notice that it's gone? Something ain't right here. So I put a claim in that because I couldn't prove what the value was. I didn't have any paperwork on it. That was long gone. I should have kept my receipts. See, that's one thing you should do, is keep your receipts of all your what you buy. Because, if you got to make an insurance claim or something, you got the paperwork right there, which is only right. You can't just say, "Oh, I only paid it was a $30 antenna." Well, I paid $400 for the antenna. Well, you didn't. It ain't a $400 antenna. So that's gone. So I found another replacement rod, another 102-inch whip. This time I had the shipper wrap it up. We wrapped it up in bubble wrap. The antenna is that big around, my finger. The shipping container is bigger than this page. That's how big. And it was long, really long, probably almost 10 feet long. And that thing looked awesome. Looked like I sent a bazooka across country. So I sent that. And I haven't heard anything since. That was last Monday. And this is Thursday. No, this is Wednesday. So then this guy, he's a veteran. He's a veteran, and he helps other veterans who are in ham radio in Ohio. God, I can't think of his first name is Ed. Anyways, he needed he was looking for a key. And I said, I've got a very rare Lafayette called a Sideswiper speed key. Self-contained, it's got a big plastic cover on top of it. It's all contained. All you gotta do is hook up the wires. And you take the top of the cover off, and you can make adjustments for tension and all that sort of stuff, and put the cover back on. Well, so I sent it down in a big box, bubble wrapped it, and put tape over it, another box, and bubble wrapped it. And the key is about that long. It's about that deep and about that wide. Okay, the box it was sent in was big. That looked like you sent a landmine across the ocean or something. That came to the recipient. That was totally, almost unrecognizable. The only thing they saw in there that was salvageable was the address where it's going. That was it. The box was completely destroyed. The contents, the key was smashed. All the metal parts were just smashed. I mean, looked like somebody took a sledgehammer and slammed the hell out of it. I mean, there's absolutely no excuse. See, these shippers, like it was shipped UPS and FedEx in the U.S. mail. See, these shipping companies like UPS and FedEx, they do piecework. A lot of factories are like that when they're making auto parts and stuff. They do piecework. You're paid so much per piece that you can handle or whatever. Or you handle a piece, you get paid. You know, if you say you make $1 a piece, and if you do 5,000 pieces in a day, you get a check for $5,000 added to your wages. It's a pretty good paycheck, and you don't care. You don't care if it's Chinaware, if it's the Hope Diamond that's the size of a baseball. You don't care, and you know, nothing. I mean, you don't care what it is. You just pick it up, throw it in the back of the truck, pick it up, throw it in the back of the truck, throw it back. I worked for a trucking company back in the 70s and 80s. I went to a facility where they were putting these boxes of cheese from a cheese plant up in where the hell was it? Up in Enosburg Falls, Vermont. I backed my trailer up, opened the back doors, locked them, backed the trailer up. They put the plank out there to load the trailer. Now they didn't have a forklift to put pallets in there. They didn't do that. They did it piece by piece. And these guys are taking these boxes of cheese and throwing them in. I'm standing there and I go, "The fuck are you guys throwing those boxes in? Damn you! Oh, we don't care. Ah, cheese will be fine." Bullshit. It ain't gonna be fine. No, it's not gonna be fine. Some of those boxes are damaged. I looked at them. I said, "Take that thing back, get another one, and replace it. That ain't right." And it was a loose load. And then after we get the trailer all loaded, we put the net down because they have this like big blue net that holds everything in place. It's supposed to. Then you put a load lock across the center of the trailer, lock that in so it holds the load in place. And then you throw the ramp in and grab a hold of the cord and pull the door down, and then lock it and seal it. So I took that load down North Carolina. I get down there. They cut the seal on the trailer. There's a seal on there. They open the door up. They step inside, take the load lock out, pull that netting up, and the friggin' boxes are all over the place. And there's probably 400 boxes in that trailer, and all but 20 are damaged. I gotta bring them back. Bring them back for credit. They gotta go back to the factory. And that was back in the 70s. That was 1977. My God. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I reported it back to the factory. And I said, when they load these trailers, I said, can't you put them on a pallet? Put stretch wrap around the outside of them? And, it costs too much, It costs too much to put the stretch wrap on it. And then we got to buy the pallets. Then we got to get a forklift. Then we got to maintain the forklift. And then we got to store them pallets, and get the stretch wrap. No, we just do it piece by piece and package security. That'll be all right. No, you don't do things like that. You don't do things like that anymore. Not supposed to anyway. If you go on the scales with a loaded trailer, and your load's loose like that, even inside the trailer, outside of the trailer on a flatbed, your load is loose, you're fucked. you get on the scales, you're fucked. Yeah, they pull you over, you're fucked. Yeah, you have a low. Sorry, I'm getting tired of making these videos. You have a low. Well, you know what I'm saying. See, I used to be an old truck driver back in the 70s and 80s. Over the road. Gear jammer. I can tell you some stories about that. Anyway, getting back to the shipping thing, a fella told me, one of my ham friends in our radio club, he said he ordered I don't know what radio it was. It was a solid state radio. And say Kenwood 590. Say it's a 590. Kenwood 590. $1,500 radio. And he bought it from a gentleman out west. He didn't want to ship it, but he had to. So they shipped it. And it came, I kid you not, it came in a big box. And it was wrapped so tight and so much wrapping that it's almost impossible. I mean, it takes you quite a bit of time to get to that radio, to undo all that wrapping and everything. And it was destroyed. What the hell did they do? Set it in there when it was destroyed? I had another ham friend tell me up in Haverhill, New Hampshire. He ordered some parts from, where the hell was it? Gap. The company called Gap. Gap Engineering. And he said, get this. You got the box. You got the box. It was in pretty good shape, but it was retaped. So he gets out his cutter. He opens up the box. There's nothing in there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's a bare box. I mean, how the hell? And you can see where the side of it was all broke open. Now, how do you not see the contents and don't put it back in? And see, another guy told me, he said that he was telling the same guy, this veteran, he says a broadcast engineer. He's sort of retired, not really. He says my radio station, the final tubes in it, they're an IMAX tube. And the tube it's huge, big. And he said this is a 25,000 watt broadcast station. And I don't remember what the tube was, but it's an IMAX tube. He said, now get this. This tube is a $35,000 tube. $35,000. You know how much money that is? That's more than my house. Okay. All right. It was big. It was wrapped in bubble wrap. And that was set in a box. So it says IMAX. He set that inside of another box. That was wrapped, bubble wrap, plus some wood around the outside for added protection. More bubble wrap, another box over that, more bubble wrap, and a box on top of that. and sealed with stretch wrap, and that was on a pallet with stretch wrap all around that pallet. When he got that tube and he opened it up, the box the tube came in, it rattled. He opens up, it's destroyed. From the heat sink down, there's nothing. It's gone. Pieces, all there is left is the heat sink. The heat sink's that thick, and it's the size of a trash can. And the top of the anode.
Good morning. The time is 10
Huh?
a.m.
How and the outside of the pallet was ripped to shit. The pallet itself looked like somebody had really been in a plane crash. I don't blame some of these people when they put an ad that says we do not ship or local pickup or something. I don't blame them because these people in these shipping companies, they don't give a shit. They do not care. They're doing by piecework. That's how they get paid, and they aren't paid to go over and pick it up, walk over to the end of the trailer, set it down, make it nice and oh, that's so nice. Well, let's walk back, get another piece. Oh, we'll pick this up. Oh, we're having a good day. Da, 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 da. Sit over. Okay, that's nice. Oh, you have a nice trip. Go back. No, they go. Son of a bitch. Let's see him throw this one. Score one. Let's go to the bar, have a drink. Get a broken, throw a trailer full of, $80,000 China. What the fuck? They'll file an insurance claim. Pay all kinds of money. That's the way we do business these days. Insurance fraud. Fuck them, Have a nice day. Bye.